How's everybody doing? I don't think I lost anybody from my Bible study channel or my main channel. End of the Stars said, they can tell they're losing people here and there. Like the numbers will go up and down, like it's just playing with your head. I get the same stuff, you know. It's pretty much hovering where it's going to be around 529, 530, 531. Him hauling around. I don't give it any thought whatsoever. But nobody balked at my, that was the good one. Where I think I came down on people pretty tough about taking part in the pagan holiday and putting your own spin on it and so forth, and how the Lord said, "Do not even learn the way of the heathen," and then you turn right around and not only did you learn it, you got the tree in your house, and then you put lipstick on a pig. You say, "Well, I don't do it that way. Let me tell you how I do the pagan holidays." So um, this one, of course, is going to be about the Dark Knight Rises that I began. So when you look at the videos that I've uploaded, I've got about one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Lots of pictures, lots of gematria for Michael to do. He's already gotten started on one of them. So we're going to share that, of course, also. And we really appreciate Michael's work. And Jamie's always got a lot of good stuff too. Um, y'all too. Angel comes in every once in a while too, and so do others. But y'all, all of y'all, um, the more you comment and share things, it just lifts me up. Like I'm not just talking to a microphone and a screen and looking at numbers. I'm hearing from y'all. Applesauce, So love it. Love hearing from y'all. Let's do this. So, all right. Well, some of this is going to go back to my James Bond movie, Goldeneye, where they remember Enter the Stars. Did something with it and made me really want to watch it. Enter the Stars is great. Really breaks down so much stuff. Um, what is that right there? James Bond's driving that. It's right. Is that Rider on the White Horse going forth, conquering into conquer? Bond is driving a tank with that on top of it. Remember, 007 stands for the double O. There are 7 kings, 5 are fallen. He's driving that tank. So there's your symbology. Antichrist. Plain and simple. Rider on the White Horse. Who is Donald Trump? Who is 007? Which we showed you, and I think part 13 goes back to his Scottish roots. Mom's from Scotland, just like Trump's mom. There's a TV show called Temple with somebody named Daniel. So, the Antichrist in the book of Daniel, the abomination that causes desolation, takes place where? In the temple, in the book of Daniel. Great. Saw this interesting depiction of the 4 horsemen. 23 minutes seal. Oh, I think this is some Jim Brown teachings where, I told y'all that where he talks about, we'll do that another time. I'll make sure I keep this one. Where we'll go in what the mark of the beast, right hand, forehead, that those could be symbolic because they did mean things back in the Old Testament times, and the Old Testament's always pointing to the new. So will it actually be something that you have to take at your forehead or your hand, or is it actually, because that's what the psychological operations have been about. And I think they're just connecting you to the technology through the pokey poke. So there's Seal again, and a 35-minute mark, 23-minute mark, 35-minute mark. We'll get that. Michael, I want you to Google Popeye because the Antichrist gets popped in the eye. So Popeye and all the characters of Popeye might mean something there. Okay, that just popped in my head. I literally was in the kitchen like going, garsh, and started doing like some kind of Popeye thing in my head, and I was like, ooh, where'd that come from? Ooh, Popeye. Okay, just like the Buckeye, Ohio State, the Buck gets popped in the eye. The Buckeye, Ohio State Buckeyes in that Final Four because of their nickname, the Buckeye, which was all planned in advance for these end times a long time ago. 16-minute mark. Excuse me. Let me see what I think. This is Jim Brown again, which means I will keep it. Very good. So these will be studies that I'll do another time. 244. The 244, that's a long story. Remember I was telling you my ex-wife, I don't know. No sense on getting into all that. Gematria DC Comics, Michael. I've got a lot for you, Michael. All these things are popping into my head. And if you don't get around to doing it, I will keep these and make sure I go back and do them myself in a video where I will pause and not put everybody through it. But you're just way better at it than I am. And or you do save me a lot of time. So it is much appreciated. Gematria Bane plane, Michael. It just gave us letters Z, S, NVB. This is the plane that Bane crashes. So if he's crashing it, then would that stand for America? Let's just see. Let's see what ZS NVB come to, Michael. N21TG. Well, I forgot about this. So 121 is three separate times in the movie. It is on a man's shirt as his code, who's working at the stock exchange. It is on one of the planes, and it is on this, what people call a cement truck. It's actually a concrete truck. I drove a concrete truck. To make concrete, you have cement, fly ash, sand, rocks, water, and chemicals. They all mix together to make concrete. So there's a 121 there. Forgot all about it. Forgot all about it when I made those 5 videos. What was that about? Oops, phone's ringing. Hang on. All right, that was my son there. Good chat. And if you're watching this, Tully, by chance, he is breaking into my Daniel starting at the beginning. I told him I said just start at the beginning. But if you catch this, I love you. All right, so we see the 121 here, and it's going to appear in 2 other places. And Michael's going to break that down for us of what that 121 comes to in gematria. He broke it down 2 different ways. And yeah. Bane says we're going to crash this plane. So does a plane crash at some point, or has that already occurred? Just wondering if a plane crashes before Trump goes down. Because any clue now, this movie is difficult in many ways, and I've got some issues to go over with y'all about what do y'all think. But at the beginning, he's a recluse. He's walking around on a cane. Things that Donald Trump not only has not gone through, but will not be going through. So it's not like the whole movie is a complete parallel of Donald Trump, okay? But the children going under the city and him wanting to take care of the children that went under the city, which was exactly what that whole QAnon cult was saying. Trump is saving the children under the city. So they were telling you He is the Dark Knight. He is Batman. And of course, we've shown you the videos where Trump looks at the camera and says, I am Batman. Hang on a second.
Mr. Trump.
Yes.
Mr. Trump. Yes.
Are you Batman?
I am Batman.
So, and that is from Trump Ownership YouTube site. He put that out there for you. He is the Dark Knight. He is fighting crime. And when he, of course, he's taken away in the movie, and that's when everything goes to hell in a handbasket in Gotham. Now, I've got some deep things to get to in this later on. That one I loved. The 121 to his left, and the 121 to his right, African American man in the middle. Well, there's 121 days between MLK Day and Malcolm X Day. And we had already said MLK Day goes back to the Great Conjunction per the Donnie Darko numbers. And then you go up 121 days from that, which the 121st day of the year is May Day, the day that the Illuminati began, 1776. And then what we speculate could be the abomination that causes desolation if this dark winter goes down with World War III and everything, you know, Trump assassination, then World War III and all that kind of stuff, martial law, blah, blah, blah. Of course, there'll be earthquakes and massive wars that we just went over in my Bible study on my other channel, because we're actually going over the little horn in Daniel and the Olivet Discourse, the end times prophecy by Jesus in Luke 21 at the same time. And they're connecting with each other. You've got a gematria. What's on that truck, Michael? That cement company. It's got an 88 on it. We're going to go over all that too. There's just a lot. We're going to put Michael to work. It is not even funny how much work Michael has ahead of him. But Bane says we're going to crash this plane. Does a plane crash? I don't know. Speculation. I did do 2 videos. I did have to laugh at the first video I did was 21. The second was 12. And look at that, 1221. The Great Conjunction. I was like, it was just funny. Of course, unplanned out. They keep cutting to the city, and I keep always searching for Trump Tower. So that's all. And then you later find out that they openly stated that Trump Tower was what was used for Wayne Enterprises. So I don't have to go looking for it to say they're always showing Trump Tower, because they openly said, y'all, that's 4K though. That's 4K. These pictures, it's not a 4K camera that I'm taking these pictures. But the TV is 4K. The DVD player is 4K. The TV, the disc is 4K. I'm telling you, that thing lights up. But we don't need to keep that one. Oh, I defaulted back to there. Again, don't need that one. Sorry. Here we are. This is not the goddess. I thought this was a goddess. That ended up being a man at closer look. It kind of looks like a lady. But that's what Trump Tower looks like. It looks like a monolith. Again, with the monoliths. The other side, you know, it's right next to the Chrysler building. You can see they're next to each other. I got another one that shows you the comparison of the two. But it's a monolith, straight up, right next to a pyramid. Wonder what Chrysler building comes to, Michael. See that right there? See how tall it is? When you Google Trump Tower in comparison to, because I just wanted to see if they were close to each other to see if I had the right building. It actually gave me a comparison of the heights. Chrysler Building to Trump Tower. So that was definitely it. It is a monolith. That one, you can tell that's more of a man, same outfit. So who is it? Is it Sir Francis Bacon? Who is it? But there's a lot of masks, lots of masks, because we know this is a ritual and the mask wearing and how you become a different person. And they're all happy to wear these masks because they say you become the spirit. It'll give you a different spirit when you put on the mask. There's another mask, separate mask. So police car that Robin drove up in, it had 66. I don't know what PCT would come to, Michael, if you want to check out just simply PCT. But of course, it's got an 88. Eight points, the dome. Now, there's the goddess. It was right over Bruce Wayne when he was talking. There's the goddess. And if that's 12 o'clock, we'll come over here and start over here at 1 o'clock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I told you we'd start at 1 o'clock. We ended at 12. 8 sides, of course, is reference to the sun god. Eight-pointed star, sun god. Star of Ishtar. An octagon pagan symbol means what? I'll pause you real quick. I'm going to put you through this.
According to GradeSaver, the 8-point star is prominently on display in the house of Dr. Ziegler, where the all-importantly part that opens the movie takes places. The Star of Ishtar is a symbol of fertility and sexuality, and as the movie progresses, the nudity becomes more abundant and the importance of sex takes over.
Eyes Wide Shut. I just said 8-pointed star, Eyes Wide Shut. Was all over the movie. And James Bond, of course, see, there's an 8-pointed star. 3 at the top, 3 at the bottom, 2 on the side. 3 plus 3 plus 2. It's all over that movie, that 8-pointed star. I took pictures of them, if you remember, when I broke that movie down, like right there. Those were all over. There were like 2 or 3 on that side, 2 or 3 on the other. So eight-pointed star, though, it's a star of Ishtar. James Bond movie, Octopussy. And then you've got the Kraken is an octopus beast out of the sea. So James Bond had a movie called Octopussy. So it's all about the 8s. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably going to watch that movie and just see if there's anything there. The Kraken, you know, beast out of the sea. It's as simple as that. So 8 sides over the goddess. I probably spent way too much time on that. I apologize. And I'll try not to let that happen again. Then there was this article where Christian Bale says that Donald Trump thought he was actually Bruce Wayne, which is extremely weird. It's loading. Trump. Everyone is talking about how Trump Tower is the exterior for Wayne Enterprises in The Dark Knight Rises. It's true, says NBC. This, of course, will be Donald Trump Antichrist Part 31. I mean, we're not going to fool around, right? Sorry, I'll pause. I have no idea what's spinning there. Let me wait till I get it for you. All you missed was them saying Christian Bale.
Wading into the political scene with a new revelation about President Trump. In a new interview with Variety, he said Trump in 2011 thought he was Bruce Wayne from the iconic Batman franchise.
Who are you pretending to be?
Bruce Wayne. eccentric billionaire.
Bale told the site, quote, "We were filming on Batman in Trump Tower, and he said, 'Come on up to the office.' I think he thought I was Bruce Wayne because I was dressed as Bruce Wayne. So he talked to me like I was Bruce Wayne, and I just went along with it, really. It was quite entertaining." The actor added, quote, "I had no idea at the time that he would think about running for president." Bale has been promoting his new movie.
So if y'all believe any of that, they got their spin on everything. But as you can see, he is Batman. He is the Dark Knight. Let's continue. Wayne Enterprises. There it is. There's Trump Tower. Scenes from 2012's Dark Knight Rises, the third movie of the Batman trilogy, starring Bale as the Cape Crusader, were filmed at Trump Tower in New York City. Trump Tower's exterior was used for shots for the fictional Wayne Enterprises headquarters entrance to the film. Trump's penthouse used in the movie The Devil's Advocate. We have to tie this in, of course, because that's Trump Tower when those the Trump Tower scenes right there. That one there, that is not Trump Tower. But those all are. So anyway, because Bane ends up being Satan, and I'm gonna show y'all that. And so that's why Donald Trump paraphrased giving it back to you, the people.
Steve and Dave use
Cannot get a copyright strike on this. This is going to be such a good, extensive video. We don't want it getting flagged for something stupid that a lot of us already know. So we're going to speed it up as fast as it'll go.
Transferring power from one administration to another, or from one party to another. But we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back to you, the people. And we give it back to you, the people.
We give it back to you, the people. What do you think, Michael? Gematria that?
Really transferring power from one administration to another, or from one party to another. But we are transferring power from Washington, D.C., and giving it back.
His version is from Washington, D.C. Bane says, and we give it back to you. So neither there, it's not exact.
Back to you, the people. And we give it back to you, the people. The people. And you, the people. And we give it back to you.
Giving versus give. Well, that's big in gematria. So
the people. For too long, a small group in our nation's capital has reaped the rewards of government, while the people have borne the cost. Oppressors and generations will get you down with myths of opportunity. The establishment protected itself, but not the citizens of our country. That all changes, starting right here and right now, because this moment is your moment. It belongs to you. None shall interfere. Do as you please. January 20th.
So we're going to get into that Bane is Satan, because he said, you called the devil himself, and here I am. And which is, I don't know, it gets pretty deep. So I'm really going to need y'all's help with this, because it's confusing and it's deep. We're looking at this movie at deeper levels than I think anybody is going to have looked at it, quite possibly, or in different ways. And of course, the entrance was also altered and used as Wayne Enterprises Trump Tower. Trump Tower's Wayne Enterprises again. the monolith. It's got different sides though, and it points like an arrow. So when Into the Stars did theirs, it I don't know. It's a little confusing. Well, there's your hand signal. He did sit down and do the Tenet. Remember the movie Tenet? That was the hand signal. It's got the pyramid on top, blah, blah, blah. Here's the 121 for the second time. Got the 77. And here's the 121 the third time. Now, Michael, this is what you need to gematria, please. If you don't mind. There's USDOT, BCC. No, and then it's got an 09 and an F and a 41, so that would just be too confusing. I guess BCCF could be gematria'd, and USDOT BCCF could be gematria'd. There's the 88, and there is BROUCEK Cement Company. Just that name, Michael, probably should be gematria'd, and then the whole name. And this up here, you'll get a kick out of what that says. It says Gotham, but it says goat on the left and ham on the right. 2013 in the middle. That's really interesting. It's got an 80 on it. But if you don't mind gematria and different portions of that, Michael, that'd be a big help. There's your got ham. Got ham. GOTHAM, which is how you spell Gotham. It's got 2013 in the middle. From on my TV, I was able to really read it. So I can confirm that is exactly what that is with an 80. Here is our gentleman. 121. 121. He's in the middle. African American. 121 days between MLK Day and Malcolm X Day. He was in the movie Vision Quest. I ordered it. I want to watch it. Because of Vision Quest, you know, remember, these actors all bounce from one thing to another symbolically, too. Just like Christian Bale was in American Psycho. And there was blood all over. It was the bloodiest movie I'd ever seen. The serial killer. Well, obviously the Antichrist, who has war, famine, death over 1/4 of the earth that he's completely controlling, like Palpatine was running the dark side while everybody thought he was dead. Cloning dark sciences, they said. So Rolling Stock Exchange had a lot of different numbers, and you know I'm in the numbers, and a lot of it. Then I realized, you know, that 121 is May 1st on a non-leap year. That's May 1st. And I don't know if 1776 was 1776 a leap year. (1776) was a leap year starting on a Monday on the Google. So on that year, it was 122. But 3 out of 4 years, when they celebrate it, it's day 121. So I don't know. But Michael broke down its deeper meanings. So plus 12 and 21 was the Great Conjunction, which I think could have as much meaning in it. By the way, that's the exact concrete truck that I drove. I drove a Mack. Believe it or not, it was a simple 5-speed stick. Believe it or not. He's drawing the cops off of Bane. So I thought about when he said that, Trump draws attention away from Satan. Or the bad guys. I don't know, however you want to say it. Bane, of course, giving us the hand signals that you see a lot of people with. And I've shown before that there's these old statues, these old pagan statues, and that's how and you see a lot of the people, of course, on TV. They will stand there with their hands together up high. All types of people. Michael, this is something to gematria too. Raz al Ghul. Raz al Ghul. Raz al Ghul. Raz al Ghul. That's pretty much how you pronounce it. Well, Ra, the AI, or a ghoul. What is a ghoul? What is a ghoul? It's an evil spirit. Sun god, Ra. Al. Well, when I look at that, I could be looking at AI because that's not a capital L. But in the word Al, I'm sorry, it would be a capital A, and then it would be a short L. But the sun god, Satan, is the spirit, which is the AI in the computer. I look at that and I could see an AI, even though obviously it's Al, capital A, and then an L, short L. Because capital, short, capital, short, capital, short. So I get it. So, but the only thing you would want to gematria, Michael, is to drop that RASALGHUL S. If you don't mind. And that's how you spell it again. RASALGHUL. But to me, because I look deeper at numbers and I look deeper at things, the sun god Ra AI is the ghoul, the ghost in the machine, or the spirit in the machine, AI, the sun god, Satan. Then Jamie looks at things very abstractly too. His name is not Ra's al Ghul in the movie. It's Ducard in Batman Begins. So that might be something to look at also in gematria, Michael. I'm just killing you with stuff. Oof. Need to put Michael on my payroll. I need to pay the man, even though I don't get paid for what I'm doing. But Michael, if you've got the time, man, I mean, you could be snow skiing somewhere with a wife and 8 kids, and so you can certainly say, no, I need you to do it, Trey, and I'll be glad to. I will save all of these that have to do with gematria. You would just save me a ton of time. Got ham, pork, breaking God's laws of the original Torah. Got ham, got milk, got ham. That's what Gotham is. So when that sticker says "Got Ham 2013," Got Ham 2013. Maybe there was an ad for Got Ham 2013.
According to Wikipedia, the 23rd Annual Gotham Independent Film Awards, presented by the Independent Filmmaker Project, were held on December 2, 2013.
Well, if December 2nd is October 2nd and Donnie Darko was taken out October 30th, then are we supposed to be looking at, because we do have our date coming up of Tuesday. Today is Monday, which is Donnie Darko time frame from the full moon in Gemini. There's nothing in the news, though, to give us a motive. We're really barreling down on MLK Day right now, which is the Donnie Darko time frame from the Great Conjunction time. Got ham? It's nothing. You say got ham, it gives you that. So obviously there was no campaign ad or commercial ad for got ham. That's for sure. But I think that's why, you see, we couldn't eat pork. And they're saying, we do. We got ham. I don't know. Again, could be looking way too far into it, but I think that's where the original spelling came from for Gotham land where goats dwell, because goats eat the ham. They don't worry about the laws of the Torah, even though we're not tied to them anymore. That was still God's law. 121 in English. Oh, this was Michael's breakdown of 121. He gave a couple. 121 in English gematria comes to Novus Ordo Seclorum, a new world of the ages, the Latin expression that appears on our dollar bill and the Great Seal of the U.S. Fantastic work right there. Thank you, Michael, for that. Financial reset in January. There we go. January 26 comes up. That's what we're always looking for. We are looking for dates. I mean, we got to keep this thing coming, right? January 2021 calendar. Well, I already knew that because MLK is on the 18th. So what was the date? 26th till Tuesday. Okay. It is a, golly, everything's on a Monday or Tuesday. Okay. So, and what is this that it comes to? Let me pause so I don't waste your time. So Michael just might have given us what we've been looking for all this time as a Trump assassination date. Straight up. Because that's right before the Super Bowl. And I think it was Michael was saying the Super Bowl looks like it's between, or the game, I'm sorry, is between the Seahawks and the Steelers. One conspiracy theorist who is agnostic, like he's agnostic, talking to him in the gym, telling me the Bible's not real and all this kind of stuff. But he believes in all the conspiracy. So he thinks they're putting together the Chiefs and the Packers of the very first Super Bowl. I said, that sounds pretty good too. So anyway, thank you, Michael, for that. That's tremendous. 121 comes to Donald J. Drumpf, Jupiter ascending. So again, like we thought, the 121 is December 21st also, the great conjunction they're showing us throughout. It says a storm is coming, a new world order, again with a new world order, because that one says Novus Ordo Seclorum, and that one says New World Order in Key to the Abyss. So, I mean, Michael's just, his work is amazing. In Jewish gematria, it comes to the awakening of the Antichrist, and he can't awaken until he dies. So if the 26th is the awakening, third day from the 24th. So we're not sure. That would be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I don't know. Don't know much about nothing, do I? Thanks again, Michael. Let's keep going. Angel White said, there cometh a rich man from the west who shall pour his gold upon thee. Aleister Crowley said that. I simply want to get our great people $2,000 rather than the measly $600 that is now on the bill. Also, stop the billions of dollars in pork. Pork, got ham, I don't know. So anyway, we're done with that. Let's finish up with the videos. And we shall do one at a time.
Lands on black cubes.
Okay. So we all know about the black cube. From every world religion, they all worship and love the black cube, which if the image of the beast is not a complete replica of Trump in some sort of cyborg way, we think it might be the cube speaking, a computer cubed computer, as the D-Wave was kind of in that shape, the D-Wave quantum computer was, but there was that movie about galaxies. I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was a squared type gold computer speaking to everybody in front of this huge congregation of people. So anyway, commentary. Look at his gray hair there, huh? What do you think? There they are. In the water. Beast out of the sea. I don't know. A lot of things could just be a coincidence too. The beginning showed cracking. When the movie began, it was cracking. I don't know why that's not on there. Maybe I didn't go back far enough. Oh, because some of those were, yeah, I got more privates. Okay. Michael, yeah, I got a lot more videos for y'all. We got more gematria for you, Michael. Michael's like, I'm not laughing. You're laughing. I'm not laughing. Sin copy. Sin copy. S-I-N copy might be something to gematria. And S-Y-N copy might be something to gematria. Then we're going to watch the ice cracking. Is that the North Pole or the abyss melting? Like, which was what, my theory is, which is why it will truly simulate global warming as waters will truly rise.
Sin copy, gematria, Michael. Ice cracking is that North Pole.
I knew.
And you can hear it cracking on the TV. I don't know if you hear it very good here.
Ice melting, North Pole.
Blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
I don't know.
I don't know a lot. Okay. Looks like I went too far. Sorry. The WWE predictive programming, I don't think I did that for y'all. Might as well throw that in there.
Welcome to the ESPY Awards.
They had a WWE guy as a host, and he said, how ironic. So you have to really get a kick out of that. Let's speed it up. All the way to a 2.
Let's just address it. Why the hell did they give me name?
Let's just address it. Why the hell they get me to host this thing?
No, seriously.
No, really, I'm serious. Biggest
night in sports.
Biggest night in sports, and you get a guy that is all about fake to host it?
Why? Why did they go get a guy?
Why did they go get a guy who's all into fake sports?
From the redheaded stepchild of sport?
From the redheaded stepchild of sport, the WWE, which is what I've been calling college football and the NFL.
And entertainment. Why did ESPN get a host?
Why did the ESPN get a host of a guy that's a big faker?
From the WWE.
I mean what?
It's rigged.
It's rigged.
Did I just spoil the surprise for somebody?
Did I just spoil the surprise somebody else.
It's scripted entertainment. What we do is
It's scripted entertainment. What we do is
fake, right? So I know what you think.
it's fake, right? So I know what you're thinking. No, they weren't thinking nothing, but y'all like to tell the truth in plain sight, right in your face.
Me hosting the best.
Because their thinking is, if we tell you the truth, like it's a joke, then when a conspiracy theorist goes, it's fake, he's sitting there telling it to you, they go, come on, man, he's joking. You really, you know, I mean, they're just not giving any discernment. You know, they go vote, they look up and they believe that, you know, they live on a spinning ball, you know, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada.
That's crazy. Or is it genius?
Or is it genius?
It's time to take a look at yourself, sports.
Start to take a look at yourselves, sports. Well, through the Holy Spirit, we have been.
You realize that you're more like the WWE than you have
You are more like the WWE than you have any idea about,
ever imagined.
than you have ever imagined.
Yo,
Yo, yo, yo. I like that guy. Anyway. Let's continue. We did the cracking. Now we have to do this. No, man, somebody has to stay behind and die in the wreckage. Now, this is something, I don't know if it's something we need to gematria, Michael. I've given you so much. There's a lot on your plate. I'm sure you're writing this stuff down. You be the judge.
Oh, they expect one of us in the wreckage, bro.
They expect one of us in the wreckage, brother. Have we started the fire? Which made me think. We didn't start the fire, Billy Joel, Wikipedia. That might be a date to at least look at. It's not a lot of help. September 27th. I don't think we're waiting that long for World War III. Have we started the fire?
The fire. Yes, the fire rises.
The fire rises, Michael. Do you think that's something to gematria? Do you think we could get a date out of that or anything? We don't need yes, but the fire rises might be something good to gematria. That's why I put this video out there. Gematria, Master Wayne, and Goddess Statue. I don't think we have to gematria Goddess Statue. Oh, gematria Master Wayne. And we already figured out that it's not a gematria. I mean, a Goddess Statue. But Master Wayne, he calls Trump, or Bruce, you know, the Antichrist, he calls him Master Wayne. So is that something to gematria?
Gematria Master
Better have said please.
Wayne, Michael.
No, please. Just as rude as can be. I think I said, well, I'll add the please once I hung up.
And is that the goddess statue?
It looked like it from a distance, but no. I think, you know what? That's not the same. That it might be a goddess, because remember there were masks to the right of it. So that might be a goddess. And the other one, I don't know, male and female on opposite sides. Just a lot of thinking out loud here, isn't it, folks? Every scene they show Trump Tower every time they cut to the city. No need to go to that. Whoops. Rises from the pit. One image that speaks. Oh, this is kind of outside the box. Not very dogmatic about it. See what y'all think. I like y'all's discernment in these matters.
Suffer and die.
Suffer, die, blah, blah, blah.
But sometimes a man rises.
Sometimes a man rises, and we know that the Antichrist rises from the pit. But this looked oddly like also his image that speaks, because he ends up standing next to it in another part in the movie. And so is this the image that speaks? Because there's no human in that thing.
Of the darkness. Sometimes.
A man rises from the darkness. Well, when you rise from the bottomless pit, Revelation 11:7, that's pretty much the darkness.
The pit sends something back.
Sometimes the pit sends something back, not pit said something back. Sometimes the pit sends something back.
Sends something back. The pit sends something back.
Yeah. That's very deep, prophetic about the dark night, or the Antichrist arising from the pit. This one I said, of course he knows he must fail the first time because he must rise back. Okay, I don't remember. Let's take a look at it. I will finish this up tonight, good Lord willing.
Not sure if it'll all go in. So you're afraid that if I go back out there, I'll fail.
But if I go.
He's supposed to fail. Trump is supposed to fail. Because without failing, he can't go to the pit and rise back up, which of course is the theme of the whole movie. When you get knocked down, get back up. Well, gets knocked back down to the abyss. And I think that's where he is the Antichrist, and this is the image that speaks. Symbolism, maybe, possibly. I don't know.
Go back out there, I'll fail.
You're afraid that if I go back out there, I'll fail. Yeah, that's pretty much it, basically. That's pretty much what Alfred was saying.
I'm afraid.
I'm afraid that you want to fail. Okay. Because Donald Trump, of course, knows that he must, quote unquote, fail. He wants to be popped, even though it's a clone that gets popped. So you get the idea. He wants to. He can't wait to disappear. He can't wait to be removed. He can't wait to be taken out of the way. Like we can't wait to die to be with the Lord. He can't wait to get his rebirth, his regeneration, even though we know he won't actually die. Just very cryptic ways we're looking at it, and it's going to get deeper as we go. Because there's some things about Bane being Satan that I need to run by y'all and see what you think. Because it becomes very cryptic that you can get so cryptic that you can just get... let's go ahead and watch the videos that I made. This one says part 2, so... this was the first one, but it was so long. It's 1:18, so it's 78 seconds. Which means I'm going to have to chop it up. While I'm talking, I don't have to.
Guy in red, I took a picture of it, but he's got 121.
He's got the 121 on it. I forgot all about it when I made the rest of the videos. I didn't reference it. Oh, yeah, I did. I didn't reference what was on the plane, the 121. Remember that a long time ago, that picture? In 121 and then 2 other letters.
As this number on his upper left red jacket. You'll see him in just a second.
Took me a few times to freeze it to where it would show.
I took a picture of.
Well, there's the end of the 121, and then there's the 77 right there.
Of it.
There's no money you can steal.
I was able to stop it.
Now, why are you people here?
There's there are a lot of funny scenes in it. 213 got ham. Oh, I'm sorry.
I was able to stop it right.
What am I showing off my ability to stop skills or something? Look at me. I was able to stop it right there. I'm so good. I'm like a cinematographer.
Right there.
Oh, you're so good. Blah, blah, blah commentary. Again, Michael, your gematria research on that was unbelievable. And I think you go deeper. You know, I've given you a lot. Take your time with it. You know, I will screenshot every one of them in case they get lost. And as soon as they pop up, I will do a screenshot on my phone. So I'll keep peeled. Pop them off as you can, day by day. They will all be shared. Your hard work will not be passed over. That's for sure.
Show you the 121.
Oh, jeez.
Now watch this.
Ooh, yeah. And then the concrete truck.
Watch this.
Just minutes later, or not even minutes.
This 121 again.
Yeah. Well, that's when I first realized it. And it's seen there on the left of the man and down there on the right of the African-American gentleman.
Right there.
Later on.
Those were within 30.
43, 33 into the movie too. So got the 33 there. That's pretty Novus Ordo Seclorum. You know, so wow. And the Ghost in the Machine, I believe, is your film editor. When they give all these film editing awards, and I think it goes to people who are bloodlines into this Illuminati system, and they come out, and they symbolically or somehow work with the Ghost in the Machine and cutting all this stuff up, and then they receive the Oscar, which is an androgynous statue. It's androgyny.
30 seconds of each other, maybe, in the movie. So they, Martin Luther King, from deaf to, or they're constantly showing the.
Okay. Love to hear the sound of your own voice, don't you? No, I don't. I really hate my voice. Sure you do. Everybody says that. But now let's go to part 2. Excuse me.
Oh, as far as my.
Ew. Did I really say that? Ew. That's what we want you to gematria. Please, Michael, if the Lord puts it in your heart, to take the time to do that. That's got to be something. Either just that word or that word with cement company. I wouldn't put too much into the BCC F or US DOT BCCF. Watch that be the exact date Trump gets assassinated. Okay, you can go ahead and do it if you want to. Let the Lord speak to you on that one, Michael. Just see if it's worth it.
Sneak preview. I'm not really sure how I left off the 88.
Yes. Left off the 88. So it's got to mean something. That's Trump, and that's that. So is that the Trump assassination date? Or is that the Trump assassination date? Or is all of it the Trump assassination date? All of those letters, the word sense, and all of these letters, Michael? Oof. Michael, my friend. Michael, my friend. My amigo. Is that my Sicario voice?
It's on the truck too, so that's pretty big.
Michael, my friend. Michael Corleone. Michael. You see my son, Michael. I spoil my children, as you can see. Yeah, I used to want to be on Saturday Night Live. I used to want to be a comedian. Right? Back in my Part 3 shown again. It has tons of meaning. Dark Knight Rises. That's what we just did. Was this one anything? Was this one anything? We already did Black Cubes, landing pad. I think this one we've already covered. Let me pause it and see if there's anything there so I don't waste your time with it. Well, so far what we're getting, you know, it's that, and they showed the number again. That's pretty much what these videos were about, right?
There's a 121 day as it was. Oh.
Okay. These are not earth-shattering nothing here, is it?
That's May 1st. And MLK, this movie could just like a preview to finally settle on.
Bunch of nothing. Okay. Things we already know, things we've already covered. Now let's get caught back up. We've already done Bane representing the devil, which is why Trump paraphrased him. I don't think I've shown y'all this one.
Bane stands for Satan. He says, speak.
Okay. Now we're caught back up.
At the devil, and he shall appear. Bane says that. As
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
The inside
How in the hell Miranda Tate get inside of the Wayne board?
track on the Wayne board.
How'd she get the inside track on the Wayne board?
I mean, she'd been meeting with him. She'd been
Blah, 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 blah. Where's Bane? Blah, blah.
sleeping with him. We know of.
Not that we know of.
Clearly, you don't know much of anything, do you?
Clearly, I'm just me rambling like this is just doing commentary, so you don't get a copyright strike. I mean, this is a big DC comic film. I cannot show. I don't know how Angel White and everybody else gets away with, or Shaking My Head Productions. They seem to be able to do this all day long. But
Do you? Where's Bane?
where's Bane? Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. 20 seconds. Can't go any more than 6 or 7, I would think.
You told him in the search. Oh, where is that mask?
Speak of the devil.
The devil.
Speak of the devil.
He shall appear.
That he shall appear. Speak of the devil that he shall appear. Interesting. Speak it. No, you don't need to gematria that one, Michael, unless you really think it. But when I started looking at the movie through the lens or through the eyes of the mask wearing that Bane in this movie is representing Satan. And if I'm not mistaken, they give him a wound by a knife or the sword. And I haven't gotten to that part yet. Now, I will tell you this. It doesn't look like when he disappears, when Bruce Wayne disappears at the hands of Bane, and he's thrown into the pit, the bottomless pit, did not look like winter. Trees were green in New York, but people were wearing jackets. So it's very ambiguous from that standpoint. Now, I don't know what needs to be exact or what doesn't need to be exact. But they're sure throwing us a curveball with that one. Just remember, Donnie Darko had one thing correct. October 2nd. That's when Trump said he had the crown. Other than that, the whole movie was misleading. So, not looking too much into it as far as time frames, what they're showing, what we're looking for. They sure have shown that 121 a ton. Next. Bane is Satan. Is this the same thing?
More how.
Okay, it's something different. More how Bane might be Satan.
Bane is the devil. Watch. Pure evil.
You're pure evil.
Necessary.
Watch, pure evil, necessary evil. We all know that he's only doing God's work. Satan does nothing that God has not ordained him to do. God does, it's like the old Steely Dan song, I'm a fool to do your dirty work. Steely Dan, dirty work, lyrics. Tribe of Dan. Jamie has told us many times. Can't buy a thrill. What does that come to in gematria, Michael? Because you know it's got meaning. Now I will say this: the song is predominantly about a man cheating, sleeping with a married woman, which is adultery, which is also worshiping false gods and those. Oh yeah. I don't want to do your dirty work no more. I don't want to do your... And that's exactly what Satan does the dirty work for the Lord. The Lord said in Isaiah 45:7, I create evil, I create darkness, I the Lord do. Well, I don't want to do, I'm a fool to do your dirty work, so on and so forth. I think it's very important to go ahead and make sure we understand three things concerning our Lord. And if you've already seen these before, you can just fast forward through a little bit. Declaring the end from the beginning. He's already declared God's in charge of every single thing that happens. This is not cause and effect. From ancient times to the things that are not yet done. So from Genesis to Revelation, the end from the beginning, saying, my counsel shall stand, I will do my pleasure. And when you go to 45:7, on a deeper level, more concise, I form the light and create darkness, I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. There's nothing that he is not in absolute, complete control of. But the kicker, it's all about coming to the abomination that causes desolation. That's when everything, the Lord have made all things for himself. Yes, even the wicked. He's made the wicked for the day of evil. They're a necessary evil. The term necessary evil. There's nothing that's
According to Wikipedia, a necessary evil is an evil that someone believes must be done or accepted because it is necessary to achieve a better outcome, especially because possible alternative courses of action or inaction are expected to be worse.
They think that their necessary evil is to destroy the earth so they can rise it up under Lucifer. What they don't realize is that they're only doing the Lord's work, because the Lord does not come and reclaim the earth and everything that goes with. I just have not had time to do my Revelation thing. Haven't even bothered, which is a bummer. I should really, but right now I seem to be involved in this. And let's keep going.
Necessary evil.
Your money and infrastructure have been very important. Till now. Now you're not needed, which is how the Illuminati works. The people that are at the lower levels of running this world, they have no idea that they are just pawns in the game. But of course, they've been handed over to the spiritually, so they believe it dogmatically. They would cut my liver out, cut my tongue out if they were told to. So just because they're that satanically charged into that world that they're in. What are you? Well, he's Satan. Land where goats dwell is what Gotham means. Bane says, I am Gotham's reckoning. So, per our God, he is who brings the reckoning. Well, when is that? When he is loosed for a little season after being locked up for 1,000 years, and everybody is out there with him on Judgment Day, encompassing the camp of the saints. That's Revelation 20. Read it. That's judgment. It's Judgment Day. And when the fire comes down to consume them all, and the humans are going to get their second death. It's a very deep study. So go to my playlist and go to Hell is Not Eternal Torment and go through that whole deal. It's very deep.
Have Gotham's reckoning and to end them.
Here to end the borrowed time you've all been living on. That's Satan talking to every single human being. Now, the Illuminati will say that line means, well, we're getting rid of the sheep. We're going to trim the fat of this world, of what they've done to Mother Earth and all that. They don't understand the bigger levels of what the Ghost in the Machine is saying when the Ghost in the Machine wrote the script.
Borrowed time you've all been living on.
You're pure evil. Well, he's Satan, so I guess he is. Pure evil.
Pure evil.
Yes. Got the mask on. Child, please. It's layered, isn't it?
Unnecessary evil.
So, we're on to something. What do you think, right? Bane is Satan. Take me to Bane, take me to Satan is what he's saying, so I can go to the pit and regenerate. So all these things started flowing, but I want to make sure that I don't overdo it or go over the top with it, that my interpretation, that we reach a consensus on this.
So,
because I remember at the end of the night, I didn't feel comfortable. I was like, yeah, I don't really know if I like my explanation of that. And I don't remember where I start to get silent. Right now, I'm still feeling good about it all. What do y'all think?
the narrative, since Bane is Satan, he says, take me to Bane, which means take me to Satan. And
so that's, see, when Trump goes down to go to the pit, he, of course, he has to go to Satan, get his regeneration. Take me to Bane equals take me to Satan so I can go to the pit and regenerate and become a god, which is basically what took place in the movie. He had to go to Bane. He had to go to Satan to go to the pit. He had to receive a deadly wound. Of course, there's nothing over his right eye. Wrapped, right? You know, they went ahead and did that through the James Bond. So that's why I have to go back between Daniel Craig's James Bond movies that I broke down. Mainly Skyfall, the girl with the dragon tattoo. Again, Daniel Craig has a wound over the right eye to the point to where he goes, ow, Jesus, my eye. It's because the wound is right above his eye, but he says eye to let you know, and the girl with the dragon tattoo is Lucifer, the dragon in the female form. And she's all about in the girl with the dragon tattoo? All about the computer, which is what Satan is in the computer. That's why that lady was such a computer genius, and everything she did through the computer.
And it is through Satan that he receives his death, burial, and resurrection. Because Bane, alleged, really dead, puts him, and then of course, to defend is what it says in the Bible. And Carl's the first one that really told me all about.
Oh, maybe there's something deeper here. My man Carl from Middle England, give a shout out. What's going on, Carl?
Bane or Satan.
Maybe this is why I got confused. Really so, let's go ahead and listen.
Supposed, alleged, but he's not really dead. but it's Bane, it's Satan that puts him in the pit. And then, of course, he rises back out.
Spit it
to
out, oh boy.
defeat Bane, or
Oh, that's where I got confused. All right, so Carl said that the Antichrist, let me find it for you, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God. So the Antichrist, Carl really pointed out to me that the Antichrist will put himself above every single God. And then, of course, it says the God of fortresses. Daniel 11, King James Version, Bible Gateway. We'll go down to verses 37, 38-ish. And the king shall do according to his will, and shall exalt himself and magnify himself above every god, which includes Satan. So work with me here. So when he rises back, he defeats Bane. So he defeats Satan, because if Bane is the devil, they think of the devil as our God. See where I told you it starts to get confusing, and you have to start getting on really deeper levels, because these people are Gnostics. And in the Gnostic world, our God doesn't realize that he was a created being. And so they just think our Bible's a joke, because our God, who thinks he's the one true God, actually was created by Sophia. Sophia of the Gnostic religion, the Aeons. Showing Sophia, the Gnostic religion, the Aeons. So it's a very, and there's your divine feminine. Again, that's what it's, and that Sophia, instead of using another Aeon to create our God, she went rogue, because she was dealing with the material world, coming close to the earth, or coming close to the material world. And think of the Madonna song, Living in the Material World, that she created our God of the Bible, and he created this earth, and it's a mess, and then she has to come and fix it. Or so it's very. And I watched a club member YouTube site. They were just openly club members. They said, hey, we're, they admitted that they were back of the dollar bill club members openly, and they were like, well, basically, to our core, we are Gnostics. It was about 4 of them, like, living in different states, and they all had their headsets on, and they were in this long conversation. So yeah, so we have to go back and figure out and shall speak marvelous things against the God of gods, our God, and shall prosper till the indignation be accomplished. For that that is determined shall be done. Neither shall he regard the God of his fathers, nor the desire of women. See, people are like, well, Trump, look, this is all about when he comes back, folks. So stop it. Even though you don't know what he does, we know what the presentation is. No regard, and don't you think they've been a little over the top about it? Look how big my hands are. Oh, he's with a triple X rated whatever. Don't you think that they kind of went over the top to make him be this alpha male character? So that's all planned out. But in the estate shall honor the God of forces, which, remember, goes back to Chibel. We did a deep study on that. And Chibel goes to the word cybernetics, which goes back to the computer. So this will all be about the image that speaks. This will all be about. So is Bane Satan, and our God is the one that throws the Antichrist into the pit. He's the one that wrote the Bible. It says in the Bible he goes into the pit, so he has to go into the pit. So is Bane really representing our God? See how crazy this gets? That's why I said I needed y'all's help. You know, Jamie, Michael, Applesauce, anybody, Angel, anybody that watches this, Lori, Angie, Vicky, um, just come on down. Tell me what you think. Would love your take. Let's continue.
Satan and declares himself to be God, is what it says in the Bible.
I don't even think if I understood it then, but I think now I finally have clarified what I think it is we need to be looking for throughout the rest of this movie.
And Carl's the first one that really told me all about that. Right, Carl?
Yeah, Carl was saying things like, you know, he's getting rid of every god. And that's when I said, well, he does go back to the god of fortresses or forces, which is the one with the fortress on her head, which is a she. It's a goddess. So he goes back to the goddess.
Start by taking me to Bane.
Take me to Bane. So from that standpoint, is he saying, take me to the God that's going to throw me into the abyss, which is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because he's declared all things? Or is he saying literally, you know, take me to Satan, Lucifer, who will give me my demonic powers? Because he does come back and go to war against him, which you would think he would go to war against our God. And they all think they're going to defeat our God. You asked.
So the narrative.
Dun 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 dun. Plot twist, right? Giving you all a lot of deep stuff to think about. Take me to Bane. All right, this one says February 25th, new target date. I don't know. Oh, because of the clock on the wall. There's a clock on the wall that says February 25th. That's all. Because that is the last time we see any mark of time before he goes down. 2/24 is February 24th. There's nothing up here that is meaningless. I mean, these things are all, you know, meaningless. But when you see a time on a clock, we all know that's not meaningless. And could that, now that's a 2 and a 5. So is it February 5th? That's Super Bowl day. So, well, around the time of the Super Bowl. I don't know when the Super Bowl is this year. Super Bowl 2021.
Super Bowl 55 will be on Sunday, February 7th, 2021.
So that would be a Friday, 2/5. February 24th, 2021. February 24th. It's on a Wednesday. Wednesday, Pugsley, Adams Family. We have no idea. It's just things to look out for. Are these things we should add? What are we going to say? 2/5, 2/24. Hang on just a second. All right, so y'all will help me remember. If I forget, I don't think I will, that DKR stands for Dark Knight Rises, clock on the wall. It's giving us 2 different dates. Let's speed this up.
This is the day that Trump goes down, or Bruce Wayne goes down to meet Bane. The clock on the wall says 2/24. So I don't know if that's February 24th or what, which would be rainy day. So then it's a rainy day. So I don't know if that's February 24th or what.
There's a ghoul up here on the wall. It's really freaky looking. You got all kind of stuff there too.
So then it's a rainy day.
See that ghoul right there? My camera didn't really pick it up, but it's a face in the wall. So this is like his final day when that clock showed on the wall, okay? This is before, now this is not cold weather in Gotham. So in the movie, well, anyway.
Which would be 224. Then it's nighttime, all romantic. So the next day would be 225 or February 25th. Or it's still 224 at night. So they have romance. Now he leaves.
So he really could die on that day. Well, no, because then it is the sun does come up. That's right.
It's still 224 at night.
This is sunrise the next day, in theory. So hang on a second. Okay, so I added next day he goes down. So it'd be February 6th, which is a Saturday, or now we're looking at a Thursday. Hang on. So 2-5 would go to 2-6 the following day. Or 224 would go to 225 the following day. Righto? Okay, so we're caught back up on that.
But now it's 225, sunrise. And he's on his way to see Bane.
Wait till everything's late. Trust me, huh?
Because that's why I watched this movie again. I wanted to see if they told us clues as to when he goes down. Well, none of this has anything to do with MLK Day, but then again, they gave us all the clues about MLK Day with the 121 before and after the African-American gentleman. And remember, Donnie Darko was extremely misleading. So
How can we change that?
Is everything to me?
all right. Bane is Satan, Take Me to Bane, February 25th. Only got 2 more to go. Then we'll go to your comments. A lot of times I forget to go to the comments, and then I get mad at myself for not going to the comments. Right eye, no kidding. Yeah, they're showing you the right eye, aren't they? Bane has the mask with the right eye. He has the cowl.
There's the right eye. When Bane takes off
That's not by accident, folks.
the cowl, I believe that's what it was called in the original TV Batman. That's the right eye. 1:15:48 mark. I know. Or does it? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Yeah,
January 15th. That's what I was saying.
that does not mean
January 15th. Right eye wound. I guess we can pop it in there. Let's pop it in there. Hang on, I'll pause. Okay, so it is called a cowl. C-O-W-L. Excuse me. Now that could be a big one. Does not fit the Donnie Darko date, but yeah, so. Anyway, again, shot here, die here. I don't know. Donald Trump's declared dead at 8:02 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. That's tonight's news. Oh, they would open with that, right? Yeah. We're going to go with it. I mean, working on mysteries without any
January
clues, right?
15th. Or does it? No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. You know, come on.
I was pretty tired going all through this. Commentary. Blah, 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 blah. blah, blah, blah. Right there. Literally glows up there for us. So,
And there's the
yep. Right eye, no kidding, it said. Yeah, you're funny. Bane, the mockery of our God. It's very confusing. Okay, I guess this was my last take on it. I think we've already solved that problem. Coming up next will only be our comments, and we'll let you go about your day or night.
but you see, their Satan is our God, which might be Bane.
So I did get into all that last night. Let's speed it up. Let's speed me up. I like to hear my voice real fast.
You're not sure. Because he says he's going to destroy Gotham, and Gotham is land or city where goats dwell. And of course, that's what God is going to destroy, is the goats.
True.
Let's check it out. See what you think. I'm just speculating.
That's why I went to bed, because this was pretty much where I ended. And that's pretty much why I wasn't sure at the time. Of course, when you're watching this movie, you're not, you get very confused about stuff because you're channeling their world also as you pray. Also, the Holy Spirit is giving you discernment. And I probably need to pray a little bit better about that before I start watching it and while I'm watching it.
Many have died trying, and at the end there can be no true despair without hope.
There can be truly no despair without hope, he says. Okay.
So, as I terrorize, thus I will feed its people hope to play.
I will feed its people hope and poison their souls. That's what he's going to do to Gotham. And we'll tell you what our God's doing in that respect. The people that run this world have hope, and our God is giving them a false hope through their being connected to the Illuminati. That's deep. I was not thinking about it that deeply when I was going through that at all. I will let them believe they can't survive, so that you can watch them clamoring. I don't know. He's talking about different stuff there. But what I did say still stands. The people that run this world, it is a false hope that they have. Clamoring over each other. Checking. You could watch me touch an entire city all through the TV, yeah. Then when you truly understand the depths of your, you will soon set up a basketball's test today? No. Ra's al Ghul's destiny, I think. We can go here and slow it down. I can just break it.
You could watch me torture an entire city.
Watch me touch an entire city.
And then when you truly understood the depths of your...
area, we will soon set up a basketballs. We will soon turn Ra's al Ghul's destiny, or was that turn? What is that word there?
Destiny.
Fulfill. We will fulfill Ra's al Ghul's destiny. That's something to gematria. Ra's al Ghul's destiny. I don't know, Michael. Ooh, there's that 115 again. January 15th.
We will destroy gospel.
We will destroy gospel. No, boy, this thing's not that good, is it? We will destroy Gotham. Oh, he's talking with a mask on. Well, no wonder. I can't understand anybody. I can't even talk with that mask on. Jeez.
And then, when it is done,
we will destroy Gotham. And then, when it is done,
and Gotham is
Gotham is what? I think he's speaking as our God.
Ashes.
Yes. Because that's what the Lord does. Remember when what's his name says, hang on a second.
Perhaps this is a man you.
They're talking about our God here, talking about the Joker. Remember, all the characteristics of the Batman villains are characteristics of God. Well, then, of course, Bane is God. I already knew all this, right? Jesus spoke in parables. They got the Riddler. Mr. Freeze, well, that's where the abyss is. Frozen. And maybe Antarctica too. There's stuff there in Antarctica. I don't know. That's why nobody can go to Antarctica. All the countries agree on that. So, yes, of course, Bane represents our God. Good grief.
You don't fully understand either.
And then he tells a story about a man who was stealing diamonds, and one was as big as a tangerine. And it was just sport because some men just want to watch the world burn. There was nothing to
A
it.
long time ago, I was in Burma. My friends and I were work tribal leaders by block. We're working the loyalty of them. But their caravans were being raided. So we went to Rangoon by bandit. Don't met anyone who tried playing. I saw a child playing. One day,
Nobody
I
traded with
saw
him.
the size of a tangerine. Bandit.
So why steal?
Well, because he thought it was good sport.
It was good sport to steal the diamonds.
Because some men
aren't, well, you can't bargain with them, blah 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 and so forth.
aren't looking for anything logical like money.
No, because remember he tried to bargain with Jesus, didn't he? I'll give you the riches, the kingdoms of the world. Couldn't bargain with him, could you?
They can't be bought, but
Can't be bought. He couldn't be bullied
bullied, reasoned,
or negotiated with.
negotiated with.
Because some men just want to watch the world burn. Gotham must go to ashes.
Some men
Just want to watch the world burn.
just want to watch the world burn.
Okay. Got it. On it.
And then, when it is done,
Mm-mm-mm.
and Gotham is
The land where goats dwell is
ashes.
because the Lord does what? He burns up the earth. The Lord burns up the earth. Bible verse, Revelation.
According to MIT, a third of the earth was burned up, a third of the trees were burned up, and all the green grass was burned up. A third of the living creatures in the sea died, and a third of the ships were destroyed.
Commentary. Then you will have my permission to die. Because who's in charge of all that? Our God is in charge. The human Donald Trump will die. He will receive a second death. The spirit of him will be tormented day and night forever and ever. Excuse me, the spirit of Satan will be tormented day and night forever and ever. The beast, the false prophet. The humans had no say in what they were to do. The fallen angels, that's a different story on different levels. And that's what receives torment day and night forever and ever. And that's in my hell is not eternal torment breakdown. It's very deep. It's about as deep and as layered as kind of what we've been going over, but it's even deeper.
You have my permission to die.
All right, so that's everything. And like I said, I always forget to go back to the comments, but appreciate the good Lord reminding me to go back. Some of these I might have spoke to. Maybe I didn't. So we went through Michael's breakdown on gematria. Right hand, forehand, mark of the beast explains. Jamie had some cool stuff. I think I already read Diane Nolan's account. Yeah, I'd like to hear from you on all this too, Diane. Appreciate it. Talking about the mark of the beast and what she thinks. She thinks it's, very symbolic also. This is completely off topic, but I found it fascinating. The FBI is reportedly in Antioch, Tennessee, regarding the explosion in Nashville. Reminded me of the biblical Antioch, Greece, named Antiochus. The ruler defiled temple in Jerusalem. Surely this is not a coincidence. Nope, I don't believe anything's coincidence. So good stuff. During the Persian and Hellenistic periods of the 4th century BCE periods, the temple was generally respected, subsidized for Judea's foreign rulers. Antioch Epiphanes. Antioch the Fourth Epiphanes. I forget. I can't talk right now. However, plundered it in 169 BCE, desecrated it in 167, and by commanding that the sacrifice be made to Zeus and an altar built for him. Especially since we are reading Daniel, this event referred to as the historical abomination of desolation. I am really glad. Yes, interesting. Yeah. Well, there's an old abomination of desolation. There's going to be a new one. Ganashville, Tennessee. Nash 10, weeping and gnashing of teeth. Like it. One more thing, the explosion felt throughout David's Son County. Jesus, the son of David, the symbolism. Event goes on and on by the AT&T building, church, commerce, streets near Broadway, etc. My goodness. All right, very good. Really good stuff there. Looking to the monoliths popping all over the world. Alien Conspiracy 2001 Space Odyssey. Andre Hamill. Appreciate it, Andre. Justin Provost, January 21st, my friend. Things are going to get real on the 20th. Well, right on. I mean, we're just, yeah. Did you see Highway 10, near the Cedars of Lebanon, just got shut down? Psalm 29:5, the voice of, you got a lot of recall on Bible verses there, Jamie. You really know your Old Testament for sure. The voice of the Lord breaketh in the cedars, yea, the Lord breaketh the cedars of Lebanon. All right, very good stuff. And so thank y'all. And Michael, if you got time, we've given you a lot, so just let your discernment work and see what all you think we need to take a look at. Oh, but we do really appreciate your time, Michael, for sure, on all that. I need to keep, what do I need to share with y'all? Trump, I am Batman, Trump versus Bane, Dark Knight, some men just want to watch the world burn. I think that's all I've used. I'll go back and look at my history to make sure. I love y'all very much.